Alright, so I have a potentially cursed one here. This one was not submitted to anyone really, but it showed up on the front page here. Superior Average Dramatic. So, nobody's beaten it yet. It is no mutators, just normal Covenant 25. It's what I like to see. Hopefully it's DLC. The only thing that sucks in these challenges is I can't check if it's DLC or not. It looks like it's not. Oh no, it is. Okay, good. Oh yeah, duh. There's the thing there. Okay, so... I mean, we obviously know Rat Trap is great, right? That'll be one option. We start with Awake, which pushes us a little bit toward that. I would say, in general, Resto Detto is good with Strangler anyway. The Molded is probably... The only thing that sucks, though, is outside of like a Molten Encasement, we're not going to have much reason for the reform, probably. We'll find out, though. I think we do the Strangler. And whatever comes up, Thornlord or Predator, we just flex into it, most likely. Vapor Funnel's unnecessary. They're both kind of unnecessary, but we'll just take this. Unit draft is good. We're just going to set up top. Scale as much as we can scale, and, you know, call it good. Is it... Nah, there's no way Awake's better there, right? Do we want to frontline with this guy? I don't think we do. We should just put one of them into the pool so I can actually reform something. But I'm not going to reform when I have 3 root seeds. Like, the main thing here is to get root seeds on the Strangler. Okay, that's good in that it just prevents him from getting hit. Alright, we'll go 2 reforms and a root seeds. Not too shabby. This one's a pretty easy choice for me. Raise a Sharp Edge. Leaning toward Purifying Cleanse. It could just sort of work as a good heal card. It's technically better than most Awoken heal cards, if you can, you know, keep the burnout going, which we probably need like a holdover to do that, but I suppose I'm just not opposed to that. Is that realistic, though? I'm probably not going left there. This is a bad magic. I mean, these are horrible magics when you consider what they're up against. And this magic sucks, too. These are some of the worst Merchant of Magics I've ever... This actually might be the worst collection of Merchant of Magics I've ever seen. And look at this. This one, I guess, has a Remnant banner with it, but you're giving up a Vortex and a Hellvent. This one has nothing with it, and you give up a Hellvent, Cavern, and Horde. This one has nothing with it, you give up a Horde, Vortex, Steel. And then this one has nothing with it, you give up a Hellvent, Vortex, Steel. I don't think, aside from maybe the first Merchant of Magic, we would even hit anything here. And honestly, I think I'd rather have Awoken Banners. This could be an issue, though, but I just don't think these are... I don't think a Remnant line is solid here, given the map layout. Could do that, I guess, though. if we were to get Predator twice, Hollow would be a pretty good frontliner for it. And that would just be our units. I have Deado and Awake for it. I don't have to self-infuse here. I only have it really as a good tank that I can stack heals on. And the Razor Sharp Edge can counteract some of that health loss. Even if I go Thornlord, this is okay, I think. I think I will take this, even though it's pretty awkward at the moment. It's obviously only good after I get a pip upgrade, but... And she'd be an okay tank, but it's hard to beat Awoken Hollow as a tank, as long as you can justify the pip. Another thing is, if I find a good backliner, I could just not use Wyldenten. Or put him top or something. I think I like the Hollow. Still gonna go left. Multi-strike, let's... Woken Hollow with Husk. Now I definitely wish I took Thornlord. I guess this really depends on if I'm gonna get Thornlord or not. I don't know. I could do this. I kind of am curious though to try out Awoken Hollow Wyldenten. See if I can make it work. I feel that I can. I know I give up a multi-strike here. Yeah, that's not good. We want to find 25 health. I can't really settle for low health here. I would say that. We need better stuff. Well, this is not ideal. Don't take this as like a good way to play necessarily. I don't even think those are going to be good. We want to keep our... I should have took the Husk actually as the infusion. That would have been a good infusion into Woken Hollow. Alright, we need to start playing smarter. I do. Not we. I do. Should be a fine trial. I can heal back. Well, maybe not. Here, you take those out. You take these out. I knew that would happen. That's not good. What more can I do, really? That 4 spikes is actually brutal here. Not able to take it out. We need to find a wake here, I think, or we're going to be taking some hits. Okay, we do find a wake. I think that... Actually, I think this maybe... Yeah, that works. We want a Wildwood Sap. Yeah, stack regen. Well, there's Rat Trap. It's worth a shot. We can abandon the Woken Hollow and just do Rat Trap if we find Endless here. We don't even really need Endless. But we'll see. Okay, we found Endless. We might as well just do this then. We can just get rid of the Hollow right now, I think. Unless I think it's still usable. I don't really think we need it. I think we should just get rid of it. Okay, spell chain one of these, and then just maybe I reach on one of these Merchant of Magics. I could reach on this one since I don't really. I don't know. I guess if I could just get a -2, that would be ideal. Problem right now is I do need to get to 100 shards, and that actually might be difficult. Let's see what we got here. We don't need health, obviously. Let's just get rid of the hollow now. No need of it. Don't really need a wake either. Is intrinsic good on anything? Not really. I could probably justify going to this magic, I think. But we're probably not spending gold for some time. We should just get rid of every steward, I think. Try to accelerate our draw to the thing. We started with it, nice. So really we just, this is the trap. This is the rat trap right here. Once we self-infuse, we'll really get off and running here. I probably would prefer Thornlord at this point, because I get more health to work with. Like the Razor Sharp Edge. That's why I didn't spell chain the Razor Sharp Edge. Is really just because I am worried about my health if I do have to do like Predator, because I don't really want to take additional points of Strangler because it's so just kind of bad. We actually are going to take a hit here. It's not the end of the world, but that's why we don't want to take another point of Strangler. Although, I think Predator is actually a worst case scenario here, because I don't immediately gain anything from Predator. Cycle of Life might actually be an okay way to counter it. I think we do want to Hell Vent it here, that way we can Hell Vent it there. I might still take a Cycle of Life, though. Alternate is I could put a Devourer of Death into this. Go just thin the deck out. This is going to be fine too. Let's see what we're getting here. Okay, sweet. We get Thornlord. That's really good. Our scaling and just everything is going to be so much better now. So we don't want primitive molds basically at all now. Oops. Maybe I should have took that. I do need to get to my shard count. Well, I'll just have to I mean, I guess I'll self-infuse here. That'll put me at 50. I'll Hell Vent it, put me at 65. I think I'll be fine. Spell Shield is 0 downside. Okay. Oh, that's right. Let's get this. Do I benefit more from this or like this? I think I benefit more here. Just draw more. And incamp more. Wow, bottom deck both of them. And the Razor Sharp? If you say so, bro. If you say so. If you fucking say so. Guess we have to do this. Just to prepare for the boss. Get our incants. Would be nice to get some health. Yeah, we can do that. Sometimes the best defense is a good defense. So like stacking stealth here is really good. Not bad. Pyrogrow we might want. It's a little awkward, but I do think it's okay here. This is not the worst. It might be the one situation where I don't do it though. Actually, we might want a resin removal. This might be more because that's, you know, diligent. I could get extra hits in. It's not gonna matter a whole lot, but I think it will be okay. And now we want to self-infuse. This is where everyone went down, it looks like. Guessing it's like stealth boss or multi-strike boss. Intrinsic spell chain. Obviously we don't need pyre health. No reason not to take it, but it's probably not going to do much, considering my build. Thornfruit against Diligent, sure. It's just a free draw upgrade anyway, free incants, it's good. So we're going to go self-infuse here. And then Hellvent that. I don't really like Intrinsic, I'll be honest, because it's just kind of... What if I did Spell Chain here? I think that's fine. But Intrinsic's just going to hurt my draw to the tombs, so it is this guy. We're fine to take this trial. Not that I really need it, I have 510 gold. But it's really not much of an issue for me to take this. Be lying if I said this type of rat trap build, where you just have Wyldenten, doesn't make me a little bit nervous. Like your damage scaling is very hard to get there, right? But I'm confident that the amount of stealth I'm stacking here will prevail. I have, what, 31 stealth and counting. I believe I'll be fine. Yeah, we're good. Just for good measure. So we'll see how much stealth we actually get down to. See, we had 40-something stealth left over. Shows just how, even though it doesn't seem like it because you have such low damage, you're basically pretty fine. We still have to be a little bit on the lookout for spikes channelers. and maybe a way to deal with them, but do I want Preserved Thorns? I don't think I need it because I have Thorn Fruit. And Graft is technically okay. I suppose I wouldn't mind an Engraft. These I don't think are any good for me. So this is the one where I could possibly justify going left here. I give up Vortex, but I don't have a huge need of it. Like, I can just get rid of Primitive Molds. What I really want to do is get Cycle of Life cost reduced. Now, obviously, if I get a -2 at either of these, that ended up being pretty unneeded. But I don't think there's really any artifacts that are like crazy good for me, and the removals are whatever, and I have nothing at the steel. I actually think I have more value on the left here. It's the rare case where I do. So I think I will go left. Just simple cost reductions on the Cycle of Life are going to be pretty good for me. That'll help me survive my own spikes problems and Razor Sharp Edge problems. Alternatively, I could just cost reduce these, the Razor Sharp Edge, which is currently awkward to play, or the things that I have Spell Chain on, essentially. Well, might as well. Now we have literally double the value there. Okay, I think I'm going to switch this track. That's very annoying. Alright. No need of that. I guess we don't really need this. I think I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do one there and one here. At 2, it's playable. At 1, it'd be the best, but... And we don't really need a double stack. I think this is fine. Just surge them out. I could remove some more Primitive Molds. It's a lot of money, but it's fine. The sooner I get these things found, the better. I gain a decent amount of money from the Memorial Fund. I gain 10 gold each turn, basically. Let's cool it with that. I mean, we got a 23 card deck. We have basically a double draw upgrade, plus the Root Seeds are even additional draw. Like, we are golden. Do that. We'll draw actually potentially a full hand. We even with the Pyrogrow, we just drew a full hand. Plus 10. So yeah, this deck is pretty good. So I'm just guessing most people aren't aware of the people that did this seed aren't like super comfortable with the Rat Trap build is my guess, because I will say this one's a little bit more YOLO where you go just with the champ, but I've done it enough times that I'm just fairly comfortable with it. I actually think I'm going to do this. Now that I have the Spell Chain on that Razor Sharp Edge, I don't know, maybe that wasn't better, but either way I'm winning this. There's really no possible way I lose. It's just kind of how confident I am in it. With the Waxer Snuffer, like I am, unless like everything, there's like a world where everything stacks up too fast. Like there's definitely that world. And then I just start leaking. That's something that probably could happen on Divinity. So I'll have to think about maybe like a Razor Sharp Edge, I'm thinking. So like I could do this. It's probably better than the Root Seeds here, right? Or sorry, than the Cycle of Life. I've got enough health. Let's just do this. I'm obviously incanting that guy a lot, but that's not too much of an issue. I'd rather get my damage up overall. You could probably argue that I should focus on... it's fine. I could keep that. Probably rather see that than a lot of the other stuff. Yeah, I think for Divinity I could argue against playing 2 of these each turn. That's definitely something to think about. because as it stands, I would get ran over. Granted, I'll have double the scaling with the second point of Thornlord. But, yeah, it's all things to think about. I don't think we need another draw upgrade, though. I'm thinking maybe an Ember upgrade. I think Ember upgrade makes sense. Let's do these so we get the gold. Look at how many stealth I have. So yeah, waves are the only thing that can kill us now. Just my inability to clear out the waves fast enough. Intent on death. Win more, I'd say. Problem right now is wave clear. None of these help us with that. So we're just gonna not take them. Yeah, I think Ember. I need the ability to play stuff out more. Probably left here. We'll check the cavern before taking that health. Okay, -2 on this cycle life seems pretty good. It's weird, but like none of these are good for me. I don't think I want like even 25 health doesn't make sense really. Like that could actually screw me over in some cases. I think I just don't take any of these. If they get through to the pyre, I'm dead anyway. So I could maybe justify a conscription, but I don't even think I want that. Root split masks, redundant. Lost luggage is okay. Take that. I guess a rationing scales is, it kind of just breaks even. It's not really all that good. So now we have second rank of Thornlord, which is pretty nice. Health boost and double the damage basically. I think we did want to put a -2 on this. Being able to play that's nice. This is free money as long as they don't stack up, which with these guys, I doubt they'll stack up. There's not that many enemies here. Oops, well, I fucked that up. I could have drawn, you know, everything that I needed. We still might. More or less. I think I'll still do this, though. I think this is fine. There's no way I can kill that, so no sense doing that. Get rid of its stuff, yeah. I think we gotta Halvent the Razor Sharp Edge. Yeah. So for this fight, we may even want to just not have that thing going. Like, we could actually stack up here. At 112. I should be fine. I can keep doing this. But yeah, definitely Halventing that Razor Sharp Edge. It's going to be quite necessary, I would say. Living Armor's not going to know it hit him. Literally. We'll be very stealthed. So we haven't really needed a wake. I think when we see the significant amount of spikes, it's possible we'll start to see it actually be like kind of wanted. Now I know you don't style on living armor, but I do want my 10 gold, so I'm at least allowed to do that. So yeah, probably just one. Ooh, I don't even know if ensnares doesn't really make sense, does it? Bramble Lash? Nah. The rare ensnare skip, but it, you know, we're rooting them anyway. I think we just skip here. There's a world where Devourer of Death kind of makes sense, but not really. Yeah. A lot of spell chains on this run. Too bad we don't have a unit. I wish there was an artifact that like gave your champ just one slot for unit upgrades. I think that'd be cool. Like independent of the other stuff. I'm not gonna lie, like volatile gauge is enticing here. In the context that I just want to play one, you know, in case of a turn, and this is always going to cost 0 anyway with 3. Like, I play that a lot more often. I play this somewhat often. Volatile Gauge is bugged with Spell Chain, so sometimes the Spell Chain Purge, when it recycles, just comes in at 0. It does definitely significantly make some of these cards worse, though. Like Engraft is much worse. My recycled Stings, yeah, I don't think we can do that. So, skip. We definitely don't want to add another burnout to our dudes. Curse Vines, if I didn't already have Thorn Fruit, I would take, but no, not here. I guess Channel Heart is like okay. I have obviously a lot of Stings. I probably will take that. I mean, what else do I even spend my money on here? So we'll Hellvent that. We'll get rid of these. And I'll take that. Just make a removal of molded, I guess. That's about all I can do. Unless I want to put Intrinsic or an additional spell chain down, which I don't think I do. Yeah, I could Intrinsic the Pyrogrow, actually. Is that worth 10 to me? I think it is. I mean, I start with... as long as I don't mess up the Thornlord play, I start with quite a lot. Just have to remember I don't get the incant. I could probably justify bottom in this fight. Yeah, I think so. We actually might be inclined not to draw a full 10 each turn. I don't really need to be playing those shards, actually. I should probably just try to not do that. Yeah, let's just let the shard hit us. There's too much good stuff here to play. Drawing 9 is the perfect amount. And I can can keep playing these stings. I like that cycle at that count. It's good. Do want to keep incanting here. We have 3 less waves to scale for divinity when we go bottom is the thing. Oh, I did fuck that up, but luckily we get bailed out. Can actually burn that. It's probably better. If you think about it, we have quite a lot here. I'm pretty sure we're okay. We have a ridiculous amount of stealth. Might as well get our money though, right? Yeah. So if we just killed Divinity with that much, we should be probably fine to not do double thing a turn. I will go top against this though. Alright, we go 1. We missed this in camp, but that's fine, because I do want to get all the stings. I would have missed the encamp with the sting anyhow. So, we'll do that. Keep drawing, I think. We have 14 stealth here. We do have a problem with this guy. I think I should actually let both of them cycle back here, because I don't want to necessarily see, this is the problem here with stealth, or sorry, the spikes. Like, I take quite a lot of damage, but I can actually remove them with the resin removal. I forgot that, so actually I am fine. I didn't even take resin removal for that, but it's nice that I have it for that. And you can see how just a few rounds of not playing encasement allowed me to get quite a lot of extra scaling. We still don't play both, though. Play 1 still. Oh, whoop. See, we're starting to leak here. This is why I'm like... That should hopefully be the last. I guess blood for blood would have been okay, huh? So now that we're doing like tons of damage, I do think it's probably time to get all of this in here. Not a lot of spikes or anything. Let's just keep drawing then. Alright, and as you can see, we are just fine. Perfect. And that's Rat Trap with no banner in it. Good example of it, I feel. So we'll see what the other people tried, but yeah. It's Rat Trap for you. Nalaran. Did have rooted, but didn't to pick up the thorn fruit. I'd say I don't like that play. I think if you're holding out for Predator, I also don't really know what the game plan here is. I mean, you got a multi-striking Husk Hermit, but you got two of them. One of them has a Lady of the House infusion. I also don't really get taking Ember and Pyrogrow. Yeah, I think this deck just doesn't really have any direction of what it wants to do. Endless Entombed Explosive. I don't like doing that too much unless I already have a Wax or Snuffer. And I would want to self-infuse at that point too. Lady of the House, huh? I have to imagine there was something better than a Lady of the House to put in there. I don't like the sack res either. Yeah, I mean, I don't need to be like super critical, but I do think that there's just not much direction here. Let's keep going down the list. So same deal, did not pick Thorn, whatever you call it. I don't know why I can't, Thorn Lord. Similar deck, multi-striking Husk Hermit. Had a Thorn Hollow as well, but I really don't like a Thorn Hollow in this deck. There's not nearly enough rejuve triggers to justify it. Like, the amount of rejuvenation you need for a Thorn Hollow to be good is like, honestly, like 3 or 4 times that of an Awoken Hollow. Like, you could have took the Awoken Hollow maybe, but none of them were taking the first trial, so they wouldn't have seen it. I don't like the Bone Dog, especially with Strangler. I mean, why are you taking a Bone Dog with Strangler? Yeah, just to cut. I mean, this one has a little bit more direction potential. It's weird because, like, I feel like this last deck could have used Restoring Retreat. Like, they could actually justify it, right, with double Husk on the floor, but this one, it's like, how are you going to get Thorn Hollow in the front reliably with this Restoring Retreat to overstack? I generally think in the DLC, descend overstack is almost a thing of the past. I'm not saying it's completely undoable. Strangler is probably the best route for it, but it's just awkward. But again, I just don't think putting additional points into Strangler makes much sense. I think it might be justifiable if it was Predator offered, because like I said, at least, I mean, in these decks they aren't running Rat Trap, so it's different, but like, at least in the context of Rat Trap, you're not gaining much immediately by taking Predator. Eventually you do because you get multi-strike, but Thorn Lord, you do get immediate benefit. I recognize this name, TS Monkey Patch. At least he did do the flex, which I like, but I also don't like taking Vapor Funnel when you already have Strangler. Doesn't really make any sense, or the Precious Plating. This is one of those cases where if all of the options sucked, 25 gold is correct, because it just doesn't make any sense. Granted, yeah, we leaked a boss, but that doesn't really matter. And yeah, again, I don't like the Thorn Hollow. Just not enough here for it. Maybe I would like it if you had a champ like Tethys who just wasn't doing anything. Then I can say, okay, I have a tank and a backliner. Maybe that was the plan anyway, but I don't know. I would say Wyldenten's a better tank than Thornhollow in a general sense. Like, I've come around on Wyldenten. I think Wyldenten can occupy space on a floor and provide value. Just doesn't have, like, super high rolls outside of, like, the Rat Trap, of course. And I guess like an overstacked quick floor. So he went full Thornlord. I'm fine with that too, honestly. And he did have this, but man, if you found that burnout, that means you definitely saw Endless. I think you made a big mistake by putting health on it instead of Endless. This again kind of comes down to, I don't think the general public, because keep in mind well, I don't know, I doubt a lot of these players might even watch other players play, so they're just going off their own knowledge, right? They just see it on the front page and do it, and they may just not know about Rat Trap. I wouldn't have known I wouldn't have really thought of it if I hadn't seen it on Never Nathaniel's stream. Same, honestly, with the Transcendent Queen's Imp. Both of those I picked up from him. He took this over Razor Sharp. I don't like that. Razor Sharp is like one of the only good Awoken cards. For scaling, at least, offensively. Yeah, that's rough. It's rough taking Animus' speed as your only unit. I don't even remember seeing an Animus' speed in a Tycoon. Yeah, this just... I just think these units aren't very good. On top of that, this deck just doesn't have much. Again, with the Steel Enhancer over the Razor Serp Edge, I just can't get behind that. It's like somebody offers you a Corvette and a... I don't want to say any brand. It's probably somebody that loves some brand, but you know, whatever brand to you represents Steel Enhancer. You choose the Corvette. Come on. I don't even know if Corvette's that good of a car. I really don't care about cars. Violet Hollow. Cool name. But yeah, multi-strike on damage on a Thorned Hollow just makes 0 sense. That is not good. I mean, this deck of all of them so far just has no direction whatsoever, like ×5. At least he took the Razor Sharp Edge though, so I'll give her credit where credit's due. But yeah, like +30 on this Purifying Cleanse. What? Multi-strike and +10 on a Thorn Hollow. That ain't it, man. That ain't it. Anyway, that was a fun one. I recommend trying that if you want your practice on like a banner unitless Rat Trap. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time, peace.